Good morning and welcome to the 30-minute HIIT. Today we are going to have the option to use weights if you would like. So if you have a light pair of dumbbells, that would probably be ideal, but if you don't, all these can be done body weight, and I'll show you examples of both, okay? So we're going to get started with our warm-up, and then we're going to get into our circuit. So we're going to start with jumping jacks for about 30 seconds, and go. Each exercise in the warm-up will do about, 25-30 seconds. And we have a bunch of little baby circuits to get to, with just 2 exercises that we flip-flop back and forth 3 times through each one today. Next up, we're going to be doing alternating toy soldiers, reaching our right hand to our left toe. So go ahead and start now. Ideally, you keep your legs straight and your arms straight. If you need to bend your knee, if you don't have that flexibility in your hamstring or that strength in your quad, then you can bend your knee here, okay? Or just reach for your toe. Whatever feels good for you. You want to use your core and think about letting your core help you lift that leg up and reach for that toe. Next up, butt kickers, and you can do these jumping or you can do these stationary. So stationary, you're just going to have one foot on the floor, a little bit slower paced, still trying to get that heel to your hips, and then the next one you're kind of running, pumping your arms, getting that heart rate up. Next up, it's going to be a body weight squat. All right, you're going to take your hips your feet right outside of your hips, and we're just going to go up and down, kind of a fast tempo. All right, so down and up, trying to get your elbows as close as you can to your knees, and your thighs as close to parallel to the floor or the ground as you can, like that. All right. Got 10 seconds left, and then we're going to go into a seal jack, which is basically like a jumping jack. Our arms are just going out into a T instead of over our head, and go. Modification if you're not jumping is this, okay? Open, close, open, close. Maybe you feel a stretch in your chest and your shoulders, and that's okay. Shouldn't feel any pain. If you do, then you're taking your arms too far back and you're not warm yet, okay? So ease your way into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna go into alternating reverse lunges. Ready, and go. Step back, step forward. Now, if you are sensitive with your knees, you're just going to take a little baby step back. If you are good and strong, you can go all the way down. I'm not saying if you have bad knees you're not strong, but really we're just warming up. And if your knees are tricky, you just don't go down as low. You shorten that range of motion. Okay? And if you feel comfortable, you can go all the way down, trying to get that knee as close as you can to the ground. Loading that front leg. All right, now we're going to go into an alternating lateral lunge. So instead of going back, we're going to go out to the side. All right, so we're going to go lunge, bring your feet together, and then we're going to lunge, feet together. Now notice how when I'm stepping out, I'm keeping this leg straight, getting a good stretch, that inner thigh, opening up those hips, come back to the middle, and again. All right. Going. So you're loading the leg that's bent, you're stretching the leg that is lengthened, keeping your foot flat on the floor here. All right, now we're going to go into a calf stretch. So you can get your hands, press your hands into a wall, or if you just want to lean over and do this, you can. I like to put my hands drive your heels into the floor so you can get a good stretch through those calf muscles. When you're done with that, that completes our warm-up. Okay, so we're gonna start. If you wanna grab your light dumbbells, you can, but you absolutely do not have to. So our first two exercises are gonna be a squat press with dumbbells or without. So if you have dumbbells, you're here and pressing up. If you don't have dumbbells, it's basically like a squat and reach, okay? Second exercise is a plank with a pull through. Now, if you are using your body weight, you're gonna do this. You're gonna be on the floor and you're gonna pretend like you're pulling something through, okay? And if you don't like to be, like have a kind of a one arm plank right here, holding yourself up, you're just gonna hold a regular plank for the whole 30 seconds, okay? All right, so if you have a dumbbell, you're gonna have that dumbbell on one side of your body and you're just gonna alternate pulling it through, okay? All right, so we're gonna start with that squat press. Ready? Get this OCD, make sure straight. All right, ready? And we're on, go. So squat press. Now the whole point of this workout is to get your heart rate up. So you don't wanna have a slow tempo, you wanna have a fast tempo and get that heart rate up. We're gonna go through this circuit 3 times and then move on to the next. See where we are time-wise, and done. Perfect timing. All right, so if you're using a weight, you're just gonna put one off to the side and you're gonna pull it through. Ready? And go. Try to keep your hips nice and still, not rotating those hips. You can take your feet a little bit wider than you would a normal plank. And I forgot to tell you that we're resting at the very end of the circuit. So there's really no rest until we've gone through this. All right, and done 3 times. So come up. If you're using weight to grab them on your way up, I'm using 2/8 as a reference point. You could use 5s or use 10s if you're into that. And go. Birds are out today. Been hearing a lot of hawks lately. See where we are. 3, 2, and 1. All right, right into your plank pull through. So remember, if you're body weight, this is what it looks like. You're just pretending that you're pulling a weight through. Okay, or you can hold a regular plank. And go. See? Take that. Oh my gosh, that's totally a hawk. It's circling me. It's like she looks like she's dying down there. Almost there. And last one, and rest. Okay, last round right here, 1 minute, and then we get a huge 1 minute of work, we get a huge rest. Ready, and go. Squat press, 30 seconds. Make sure I know what time we're starting. Neighbor's out with a blower. Lord knows, everyone around here loves their blower. And rest. Although that one sounds like a battery powered one. It's not as loud as those gas blowers. All right, ready? And go. Pull it through, keep your hips nice and still. Really focus on those hips. Make sure your shoulders are stacked right over your wrist. 3, 2, and 1, and rest. All right, so this next one is just going to be body weight. All right, we don't need any weight. I want you to grab water, and we're gonna rest for about 30-ish seconds and get our heart rate to come down just a bit. I updated my phone to the 17, or I think it was 17 operating system. And then also updated my watch. And it's totally changed the format of everything. It's kind of weird to get used to, but I'm surviving, don't worry. All right, 2 reverse lunges, 1 jump squat, plank with a fire hydrant, okay? We know how to do the 2 reverse lunges with a jump squat, but the plank with a fire hydrant, I'm gonna demo. And I'm gonna show it from both angles. So here we are. You're gonna go plank, and then you're gonna, oh, actually, sorry, tabletop, fire hydrant, tabletop, fire hydrant. We're just alternating, lifting our knees, but they're hovering, okay? Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can lift your knees off the ground like this and just hold this position. So, tabletop plank, alternating, using that glute med to lift that knee up, all right? So, show you from this way. Lift and lift. Now, your glute is stabilizing on the other leg that you're not lifting, so you're actually working both at the same time. Okay, 2 reverse lunges, 1 jump squat. Ready, and go. 2 lunges, and then 1 jump squat. This helps to do it on a really padded mat in case you hit your knee on the ground. Just about 8 seconds left. If you're not jumping, you're just gonna squat and reach. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. And if you don't wanna lunge back and go super low, you're gonna lunge or make it more of a step back. All right, and rest. Okay. Go ahead and get into that tabletop position. Try to keep your knees off the floor. Ready, and go. Draw your belly button in. Three, 2, and 1. All right, right back up. There is no rest. Ready, and go. Lunge, lunge, jump. Now that bird noise is my neighbor's automatic little, I don't know, a bird box. Keeps the woodpeckers away. So those were fake. Last one. Right back down to tabletop. There is no rest. Right into it. Focus on your breathing here. Heart rate will come down a bit when you're here. Round 2 is almost done. Quads are working here too. Shoulders, core, glutes. So much going on. 3, 2, and 1. Last time through. Woo-hoo. And go. Oh boy. Up. Try to get as high as you can if you're jumping. Come up on your tiptoes if you're not, like this. 8 seconds left. And rest after this one. Oh yeah, floor, down to the floor, into that tabletop. Ready, and go. Neighbors walking by, walking the dog, giving me some strange looks. It's okay. Oh gosh. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're resting. That was 3 times through. Oh boy, okay. Next circuit. Need either one dumbbell or no dumbbells, okay? And let's make sure it's light, okay? We do not want to go heavy on these because this is, full workout is just simply to get our heart rate elevated. Strength is tomorrow, if you can join me tomorrow. 45-minute full body. Two exercises. You're gonna take your hand or the dumbbell all the way down to the floor or the mat or whatever. And then you're gonna take it overhead. Okay, so your feet are a little bit wider. Here and here. That's all you're doing. That's the first exercise. The second exercise is an alternating elbow plank. Now, side elbow plank. So you're here. Okay, and then you're going to be switching like this. Now, if switching is not in your wheelhouse or even the side plank, you can have your knee on the ground like this and your elbow here. I'm going to show you here. Okay, and then halfway through, I'll tell you when it's halfway through and you can switch. So 15 seconds in, I will tell you when to switch. All right, so floor to ceiling reaches. I'm going to use this 8-pound dumbbell. Ready? And go. Down and up. My feet off this mat. Reach. All right, and of course, faster the tempo, faster the heart rate. I don't want you to hinge at the hips and not bend at the knees. So I don't want you to just hinge here and tweak your back. So bend your knees, drop your butt down to the floor, use your core to help lift back up. Take your arms or weight overhead. And done. All right, now go ahead and get into that plank. I'm gonna be doing it on my elbows alternating. I will tell you when we are 15 seconds in. Ready? And go. See how I'm pivoting my feet. My feet are not stacked. Okay, we are officially halfway in. Go ahead and switch if you were just doing one side at a time. Oh, the weather is beautiful today. It's breezy, sunny. Got a Louis baseball game. 3, 2, and 1. All right, back up. Gonna be a good day. All right, drop it, take it up. Round 2 starts now. Last time I did this, I was using a 25-pound plate. So this is so much easier. Way easier. Where are we? And rest. All right. Side plank, ready? And you are on. rotate, rotate. Just hold it for about a second or two on each elbow. Make sure you're feeling your obliques. You're not letting your hips drop down. Your obliques are working. Switch sides if you haven't already. Oh, speaking of baseball, I just remembered that this one might not be clean. Uh-oh. All right, and done. We have one more round of that, and then we are on to our last circuit. Hallelujah. Okay. Whew. Grab your weight or not, and let's get after it. Here we go. Oh, 2 seconds. Last one right here. And rest. All right. Okay. Ready? Get into that side plank and go. Draw that belly button in. Keep it lifted up the whole time. Okay, you're working that core and those obliques and the shoulders. Switch sides if right now. Sorry, that's a couple seconds too late. Ugh. 3 and 2 and 1 and rest. Grab water. Well, well, well. I mean, what is going on with all these birds? Okay. Alternating lateral lunges are next. And then we have a good old-fashioned sit-up or a crunch. So that's our core exercise. I'm going to be using a weight for the lateral lunges. You do not have to. If you don't want to do lateral lunges, you can do a skater. Okay, I'm gonna turn this way. All right, so a lateral lunge, you're gonna lunge with me. You can hold the weight here, here, wherever, and we're just gonna be lunge. I'm gonna come out of the frame here a little bit. Lunge, my legs are pretty long. 30 seconds of that. Second exercise, you are going to get into a sit-up position on your butt. Or you can take your hands behind your head and we can crunch, okay? So whatever you want to do, I'm actually going to take this back. So you can actually be in the frame. Okay, all right. Lateral lunge, ready? 30 seconds here. Oh, and if you don't want a lateral lunge, you can do a skater, which is this. Kind of hopping like this, okay? So a couple different lateral movements. Those are your options. Ready? And go. Hold the weight here. I like to take it here just so I feel like I can get a little bit lower. And you want a fast pace, right? Pushing your hips back. You shouldn't feel your lower back on this at all. All right, this is our last one. All right, and then now you're gonna flip it over and you're gonna get into a sit-up. So you're here doing a sit-up. You can put a dumbbell on your toes if you want. For a little counter resistance, that feels nice. Or if sit-ups are not in your wheelhouse, you're gonna crunch. All you have to do is make sure your lower back's on the floor and you get a little bit of spinal flexion here, focusing on your core, lifting your shoulder blades off the floor, not your neck. Okay, if you feel the tension in your neck, try to push your tongue on the roof of your mouth That'll sometimes help release a little bit of the muscles that are in your neck straining, okay? Ready? And go. Sorry, it took a little bit longer. Sit up. Again, you want to be bracing your core the whole time you're doing this. We're almost there. 3, 2, and last one. All right, rock and roll all the way up. Grab your weight if you're using it. 30 seconds here. Round 1's done. I'm gonna alternate arms this time. Skaters, your other option, or you can just keep your feet planted and shift your weight side to side if that seems like something you might want to do instead of this. Just move your body. That's all this is about. Getting you up and getting you moving, getting your heart beating faster than it usually does. It's always beating. And rest. All right. Right to it. There's no rest here. You start to feel your lower back bother you, you are going to go into the crunch and keep your lower back pinned down to the floor. Gracious. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Give me one more. All right, grab your weight. Last round. There is 1 minute left. Whoa. Totally forgot to look at my watch. That's okay. I'm pretty good guesstimator of time. Kind of. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Oh my goodness. Sit-ups for 30 seconds and go. And you're done. After that, we're cooling down. Work on sit-ups with Louis. He did the least amount in his PE class. He was so embarrassed. He said everybody's making fun of him. I felt so bad. So I'm like, you're not doing sit-ups. Did 6. Everybody else did like 60. I don't know. He had some work to do. Last one. And rest. Okay. We're pulling it down. We're going to flip over and get into a cat-cow, but this time your knees are on the floor and they are not lifted. All right, so I'm just going to go here, round that back. And then we're going to bring one knee forward. We're going to get into a pigeon, so one knee forward here. If you can, let that back foot go flat. Open up those hips. Square those hips to the mat. And then switch legs. I'm going to show you this way so you can have some modifications if you can't get that knee through. So if you can't get that knee all the way through, you can just go here and get both knees kind of in a 90-ish degree angle. Okay, and then just lean forward a little bit. So that's your modification if you can't get into a full pigeon. Another option would be to sit upright and take your right ankle over your left knee and just put a little bit of pressure. You can also lay back like this, push a little weight or add a little resistance into that thigh right here and really open up those hips and glutes. Okay. And then we're just going to come to a seated position. We're going to grab our arms, get a little stretch right over our elbows. And then a huge inhale in, big exhale out, and you are finished. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad you joined me today, and I will see you really, really soon.